Aboriginal peoples doing sports reporting or color commentating or what have you, much less in Aboriginal languages. But we were fortunate enough to find people who have had some degree of either radio, television experience in some cases, in others just individuals who may have at community rink described in their language a hockey game. So through word of mouth and through hearing the names of various individuals, we managed to find about 30 people who are keenly enthusiastic about doing this, who've taken training by some of the, the best in the country, and who are ready to show Canada and the world that, we can call any sport as well as anyone else.
Absolutely. Give us an example. You mentioned hockey, and I understand one example in one of the languages. Skating with the puck is described as the little black rock is being pushed across the frozen water. I mean, you literally have to come up with phrases and words for, that hadn't been done before, hadn't been translated or created before.
Well, exactly. Most of these sports are not what we would call traditional sports.
Sure.
Downhill skiing, curling has no antecedents in anything that the First Nations have ever done, at least that we know of, in the past in our historical times. So what was needed here was for people to find either words or expressions to describe the various components of the game, while at the same time making those expressions, if they were expressions, complete enough to describe what is happening, but not too long or too descriptive so that it becomes almost unmanageable in trying to define, let's say, a fast-paced sport. If you're describing hockey, you want to make sure that you're not in the first period while they're describing the third.
You're right.
They're playing the third. You have to be there on time. So the challenge for a lot of them was to develop words and expressions that would also follow the pace of the game. And by all accounts, they've succeeded. They're doing very well.
That's great. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your time. Good luck.
My pleasure. Thank you.
For complete coverage of the 2010 Olympic Winter Games, you can log on to ctvolympics.ca. Now, a skating lesson from a Canadian legend.
And his name will be forever linked to the powerful quad jumps he helped make famous. And though Elvis Stojko has left the competitive world of skating, he definitely hasn't put his passion for the sport on ice. I caught up with the skating great at a rink in Peterborough, Ontario to talk shop and get a few tips. Here's the quad toe. Double toe. He's a man who literally leapt into our hearts. Elvis Stojko muscled his way onto the podium with powerful performances, taking home the silver medal at both Lillehammer and Nagano. But it was his famous quad that propelled him to the top and into the history books.
Gorgeous quad toe followed by a double toe on the back end. Unbelievable.
Nearly 2 decades later, Elvis still has what it takes. Can I take you back, probably for the 4,000th time, to your feeling the moment you landed that first quad in competition?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, 1991 Munich quad double. I was like 18, I think. I almost forgot my program after. I was in the moment and I almost got too excited. I almost missed my next jump in the program, but I landed it. It was just the most amazing feeling to achieve that for the very first time. To do something that only maybe a couple people have done.
But Elvis wasn't done. Along with his Olympic medals, he went on to win 3 world titles and 7 Canadian championships. Then, he hung up his skates.
I started to lose the essence of why I was skating, and I wasn't loving it anymore, so I decided, I stopped. I did the Forrest Gump thing. I don't want to skate anymore. Why? I don't like it. I'm done. So I stopped. I didn't think I was coming back.
He went on a personal journey, searching for the thrill he no longer found on the ice. But after a few years, that journey led him right back to the rink.
Got back on the ice one day, and I felt different, and I was just skating, and I just felt the purity of it again.
So what does this skating icon think of Canada's Olympic chances?
We have a very good chance, a very good shot. I always go back to 2002, and I said, I was on a plane going with Jamie and David, and Jamie asked me, Elvis, what can you give me? And I said, well, expect the unexpected. And then all that whole fiasco happened in 2002.
Well, yeah.
And anything can happen at the Olympics. Olympics is a completely different animal.
I have to ask you about Patrick Chan.
He's in the best position because being not the world champion, but being really close, you don't have the target completely on your back. He definitely has all what's required, and now it's going to be testing what he has. And you never know when a skater's going to hit that button inside and it's going to shine.
And it's still shining on Elvis. Nice.
So, your turn. You grab this hand this way, and grab that one like so.
Okay.
Yeah, and we go in a circle.
Woo! Oh, I've got my feet pointed the wrong way.
There you go.
Were we going really fast there or no? Not so much?
We were going about this fast. I know it
Well,
feels
it felt faster.
It feels like this.
After taking me for a quick spin, one thing's clear. The way he feels about skating today is pretty much the way he feels about life.
I'm a guy from Canada who started figure skating instead of hockey, right? And I mean, if I took myself too seriously, I wouldn't be here right now.
Wow.
And to see him do that with just, you know, a few feet away is quite incredible. Like, we see it on video and we've seen him skate over and over again.
Yeah.
But, wow, he's just, and what a lovely guy to do it, because we spent, well over an hour with him, and he was so happy to just show us some jumps and spins and talk about the world of skating. And considering he left it for a couple of years.
That's right.
Was, you know, and now he's back because he's got that passion back on the ice.
And I love how he keeps answering. I mean, those questions, like you asked him about 91, and he answers so
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
you know?
He sure does, and he just loves it. His passion is just so evident. What a great afternoon to be able to spend some time with him. And he's going to be in Vancouver, and we're hoping to get him on the show.
Oh, great.
Talk to him again. Up next on Canada AM, crafting her own couture. How one Canadian woman is attracting global attention by wearing only outfits she fashions herself.
Hey, Tim's on. You want a coffee and a breakfast sandwich?
Sounds good.
On a biscuit bagel or English muffin?
Biscuit.
Got it. Tim's is English muffins.
English muffin! Wait! English muffin! English muffin! Tim's English muffin! I want that breakfast sandwich. On an English muffin.
Yeah, I heard you upstairs.
Oh, great.
That's right. Tim Hortons' new English muffin breakfast sandwich. Now only $1.99. Perfect with your favorite coffee.
Always Tim Hortons. Today's Living Well moment is about feeling confident about your blood glucose results with One Touch. If you have diabetes, you probably checked your blood sugar today. You probably made a decision based on your results, but how can you be sure of them? One Touch Ultra test strips have double sure technology that automatically measure every blood sample, not once, but twice. So you don't have to second guess. Be double sure. Learn more about double sure technology and how you can qualify for a free One Touch meter at livingwell.ca.
When I started at Schneider's, we didn't have all the fancy gadgets they have today. Curing sausages, for instance. Back then, you judged them by feel, by smell. And you know how you knew it was ready? You sliced off a piece and tasted it. That was always my favorite part of the job.
At Schneider's, we don't do everything the way we used to. But there's one thing that's never changed.
You can taste the difference quality makes.
This winter, 6,000 of the world's best athletes are coming to Canada. And Sleep Country is providing a Serta mattress for each athlete. That means every time you see someone receiving a medal, remember, the night before, they slept on a bed from Sleep Country. If the world's best athletes trust us to help them get the best night's sleep, you can too. Sleep Country, a proud sponsor and the official supplier of sleep for the 2010 Winter Games.
We repair, we restore, we renew. We just want you back together. Mako, Canada's body shop.
Providing quality rental vehicles from Enterprise with services of $500 or more. Some conditions apply.
It's a social experiment and a style challenge that's attracting fashion followers right around the world. A Canadian woman is crafting her own clothes and promising not to wear anything else but her own handmade garments for a whole year. Since last September, Natalie Pershwitz has documented her daily outfits online as part of her makeshift project, and she's with us in